I feel like a lot of people forget that just because your ex tolerated a lot of stuff doesn't mean that I'm going to tolerate it.
Mhm.
And I say that because I feel like a lot of times when people get out of a relationship and they start dating, because they've been used and accustomed to a lot of things that their ex allowed, that their ex tolerated, they feel like now I could bring it over here. Now this person certainly have to accept that. Absolutely not. I'm not going to tolerate it. And this is what I want to talk about today. It's just certain things that I see now, especially in the dating scene, that I don't understand why people think it's okay. I don't understand why people think I'm going to tolerate it or people should tolerate it in general. So, without further ado, let's get active. Number one, I don't understand why people think it's okay because their ex tolerated their disrespect, that they're gonna come here and you're going to tolerate it. That's not gonna work. Just because your ex allowed you to do certain things, to disrespect them, to not cater to their feelings, doesn't mean that I'm going to accept it here. I could never understand that. You talking to somebody and they respond to you in a certain disrespectful manner and they feel like, that's okay. They feel like, oh, you know what? I'm used to it. So that means I gotta be used to it? Absolutely not. My blocking game is strong. I'm not about to sit here and allow a person to verbally, physically disrespect me, and I'm gonna be okay with it. Why? Because your ex tolerated it? Absolutely not. That's not flying over here. I'm not allowing any person to disrespect me because you deemed as it, oh, it's the norm. That's what I'm used to. I don't care if that person tolerated it. I'm not going to tolerate it. That's not me. Number two, a lack of effort. Just because your ex tolerated the bare minimum from you doesn't mean that I'm going to accept that. A relationship's supposed to be mutual effort. I'm not about to sit here and be the only one doing all the work. I'm not about to sit here and be the only one calling, texting, trying to plan something, trying to see you. That's not working over here. I'm not tolerating that. And a lot of time people feel like because they get a lot of attention or, they didn't have to do the work that is going to fly with you. It's not flying over here. You give me 50, I'm going to give you 50. You give me 100, I'm going to give you 100. You give me 10%, I'm going to give you 10%. But to think that, oh, you know what? I'm just going to give you this and I'm supposed to accept it? Absolutely not. I'm not going to tolerate bare minimum from anybody. I don't care if you're friends, family, relationship, whoever you are. If you're giving me the bare minimum, I'm going to give you the bare minimum. Plain and simple. Number three, disloyalty. Listen, if your ex took you back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, that's you. That's them. I'm not them. You show me that you're not loyal, you're out of there. Plain and simple. I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with you. 1 minute we break up, 1 minute we make up, 1 minute. It's not flying over here, or go back to your ex who tolerated you doing whatever you wanted and taking you back. It's not flying over here. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care. That we have value over here. We respect ourselves. You feel me? Like we uphold ourselves to a certain standard. It's unfortunate your ex couldn't see their worth, but over here, we see our worth. People think, because, them and their ex went back and forth all the time. There was disloyalty there. There was no trust that, what? The next person's going to allow that. Absolutely not. We're not tolerating that. I don't understand how, and a lot of times I blame people because they accepted the bare minimum. They accepted the dishonesty, the disloyalty. I don't understand that. Stop going into new relationships thinking that you're going to act the same way. It's not happening. A lot of people are not tolerating those things. It's not going to happen. Number four, playing games. Oh my God. Especially in this generation. You have a lot of people who play mind games, right? 1 minute they want to text. The next minute they want to pull back. 1 minute they want to show you a lot of attention. The next minute they want to pull back. Listen, go play that with your ex or your mom. We don't play games over. We're too grown for these games. You want to play games, buy a PlayStation or Xbox. We're not playing. We're too grown for this. Either you're serious or you get out of my life or you make room for the person that's serious. Plain and simple. A lot of people, and this is what I hate. You start dating somebody, right? They feel like, you know what? I'm not going to show too much attention yet. I'm going to be reserved. I don't want them to see that I'm really into. What? Why would you want to play games like that? Like, the person that meant for you could be right in front of you. But because you want to play games, because you think your ex tolerated it, so you think they're going to tolerate it, and now you missed out on the opportunity. Stop playing these games. Because somebody else allowed you to do certain things, don't think that the next person is going to. Y'all got to get out of this mindset thinking that, you know what, it's my world or the highway. Well, you're going to be in your own world by yourself. And number 5, a lack of accountability. Oh my God. So many people nowadays do not hold themselves accountable. They're so used to getting their way in relationships that they don't feel like they need to apologize, show that they're sorry or anything. Why? Because somebody spoiled them by not making them responsible for their actions. Well, over here, when you get with somebody new, you're going to have to hold yourself accountable. You're going to have to apologize. You're going to have to admit when you're wrong. It's not only your world. If you're wrong, admit that you're wrong. I've met so many people who, dealt with other individuals, and when certain things happen, they think that I'm going to be the one to be addressing the situation. I'm not addressing nothing. I didn't do nothing, so therefore I'm not addressing nothing. You know what happened. You know what you did, so therefore you take the opportunity to apologize or hold yourself accountable. Just because that person allowed you to just go the whole day, 2 days without saying, you're sorry and letting it go, does not mean that the next person is going to allow that. We're too grown for these games. We're at the age now where listen, if you're wrong, you're wrong. Plain and simple. Nobody got time for the games to be going 2-3 days without talking to each other because you don't want to apologize and eventually we forget about it. I'm not playing these games. We're not playing these games. You feel me? You're gonna have to hold yourself accountable. Get out this mindset that people are supposed to accept you the way you are. Not everybody, because one person allows you to do certain things, that the next person is going to allow you to do that. Get out of this mindset. You feel me? Not everyone is your ex. Anyways, that's all I got for y'all today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.